We're recording. All right. So, what day is it? So, it's day 7. Um, I recorded a lengthy amount of footage last night. It was an hour's worth, and we had a really good time. We had a really good conversation about narcissism, self-love, and how I was getting called a narcissist. I didn't like how that felt. And I also played a drinking game with this, and we're gonna do it again tonight because I already was like a couple beers in when I started it, and I could not do it. I only did 2 shots, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, so for what we did yesterday in the writing portion, because I was like, I talked for a really long time, and I have to make it up for you guys. So I'm gonna show you the clips while we do it. But we I took uh, I just took this random book that I saw laying around here called Outwitting Squirrels, and two uh we read 2 paragraphs. I'm gonna read them out loud for you right now, and I'm gonna put the footage over it. So um we did a lot, but actually before we did that, I'm gonna show you the footage of just the general writing that we did. So I was actually writing with both of my hands for today or for yesterday. I should both yes to same video doesn't matter. But yeah, um, I was writing with both hands at the same time. It was really cool, and it's like a cheat code to my progress. I swear. But yeah, this is so awesome sauce. Let's keep swimming, guys. But yeah, like it's really cool. I'm obviously about to overlay the footage, but it was awesome. But when it comes to outwitting squirrels, so we went on page 45 and 137. So I need to explain the game to you. So we would roll a number between 1 and 186 using Google or whatever the fuck. And then I would have to pick a sentence from that page and write it out with my left hand. But I have to take a shot before every time. Yo, maybe there's not much of a game to it, but it's fun. But yeah, so when it comes to outwitting squirrels, we was talking about the sex life of squirrels. Hold up, let me read it for you, the full paragraph, and then I'll say the sentence that it is. So, female squirrels usually have 2 litters a year, each consisting of 3 or 4 infants. Once they've mated, the father squirrels usually desert their families and go off in search of food. Other female squirrels and bird feeder owners to harass, generally having a good time. Squirrels do not mate for life. You may think this is rather rotten and that the male squirrels are sexist, but actually it's a good idea. Mating among different squirrels prevents inbreeding, ensures a stronger genetic pool, and helps the species survive. As another benefit to the species, females usually mate with older, more dominant males. The older males are better equipped to survive and pass along those genes. After capitulation or copulation, bro, I'm learning words today, or and yesterday. After copulation, the male squirrel fills the female's vagina with a waxy plug that prevents other males from copulating with her and locks the semen in. Even though female squirrels bear the responsibility for rearing their young, life isn't so bad for females. First, they still get to raid bird feeders. Second, females do invite and receive sex from younger males. Third, females control the sex act. Finally, they live longer than the males. Smell plays a major role in mating among squirrels, as males use it to locate females. So the sentence that we wrote was, you may think this is rather rotten, and that the males and that the male squirrels are sexist, but it's actually a good idea. Okay? And then on page 137, I remember I had no idea what the fuck it was talking about. Um, yeah, page 137. These glasses aren't prescription either, so I'm just kind of struggling. Why am I wearing them inside, you may ask? Because I feel cool. That's it. Um, yeah, let's talk about diverters. I don't know what the fuck this was referencing. Maybe I should read the book, but I'm not going to. But we're gonna play that game tonight. I think the sentence. No, I don't even remember what the sentence was. I'm gonna just read this paragraph out loud though. Platform feeders work best as squirrel diverters. The cardinal barn and other feeders with openings on the bottom work well when placed on the ground. Second, keep the diverter as far away from your bird feeder as possible. You want to remove temptation. Third, keep the squirrel feeder full. If empty, squirrels will go back to doing what they do best, attacking your feeder. Finally, don't relax your squirrel defenses. Make your feeders as difficult for squirrels to break into as possible. Food is food to squirrels, and some will attempt to reach your feeder no matter what you do. Diverters are a necessity. If you have a handmade designer feeder, any feeder that you want to protect from being mauled and chewed by squirrels must be accompanied by a diverter. Oh, shit. Um, but yeah, last night was really fun. I got pretty drunk. And even after I finished recording, I was watching this movie about a parking lot. It was really good, actually. It was really good. And I met the director yesterday, and like he was traveling the world showing it, and it was like philosophical and like existential. It was awesome. It was shockingly a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna link it to this video actually. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to re-record this. So back to the topic of narcissism and self-love. Uh, to those who follow my spam account, I posted a question asking, what is like a healthy percentage of narcissism to live by? And that's Luna. She's a deaf dog. She's agitated. I'm sorry, girl. It's okay. But yeah, we were talking about narcissism, and I was operating under the wrong definition of it, actually. And that is for two reasons. One is because the definition that I came to know narcissism by was mostly based off of assumption, based off of name calling. And it's like, I feel like I do that with a lot of things, and that really prevents me from having a deep knowing of a lot of things. And it's just like, that's not like, I'm not using the best of my brain. But the second half of that is in the ways that I have been called a narcissist. Uh, I was like, okay, this is if these qualities are shared in that similar vein, then like, whoa. But nah, see what's up? What happened was, hold up, I'm gonna show you on my phone actually. I used the phone definition for narcissism. Um, Let me make sure it's still there. Uh, uh, uh. But my connection is so better now. Um, yeah, I searched up the definition of a narcissist, right? I searched up the definition of what a narcissist was, and I played off of that, and not particularly based on narcissism, because I was called a narcissist, you know, and that hurts, and it wasn't fair, but that's how the tide goes, right? So I posed that question, but narcissism is much more than that, you know, it's a lack of empathy in relation to others, and then also having that. But just using the definition off the phone is destructive, you know, for just knowing what a narcissist is. Uh, and the reason that this ties back into self love, like I was talking about yesterday as well, is because I show myself a lot of love and appreciation and affection. And to one that doesn't know you, they can see that as a narcissistic tendency, right? And that's like what spurred all of this because you have to be selfish to love yourself to the fullest extent. Um, and I respect everybody that does it. Like, honestly, it has been a challenge to put me first for a very long time. And that's why also like getting called that was so aggravating and it messed with me so deeply because the person that called me a fucking narcissist, I don't even like nothing they say usually holds any weight, right? But like yesterday, I guess they got me in a moment of weakness. I guess because you know I was putting myself out there. I was talking to a ton of people. I was enjoying myself. I was having a good time, and I said no to them. Uh, I set that boundary with them for my own self respect, and I was called narcissistic. And like, that's gonna mess with you. You know, I put myself first, right? Because all these boundaries, the self love that we really have to like navigate, we reach that through becoming vulnerable with ourselves, and that's where our strength comes from. The comfortability with our vulnerability. You know, this video is taking forever to upload. But yeah, our comfortability with our vulnerability. That's the only way. And to reach these points of comfortability or vulnerability, you have to be selfish, show your self love, and be a bit of a narcissist, according to the phone definition. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna heart to heart with the camera. Uh, when my ex broke up with me, um, I was happy for her because she did what she needed to do, even with that heartbreak. Because I loved her a lot, and I didn't want it. And it took a lot to like go through all the healing and everything. But I respect her because she put herself first, you know, and like even though I didn't get that idealized communication that would have made me feel all the better and comfortable and like answer all of my questions. That's just like the way with life. And I'm happy for her. And I'm happy for myself because I love myself in a new way. I respect myself in a new way. And I have standards for myself. It was a lot of work. You know, I have reached a new level of confidence with myself and a new level of respect with the world around me. And it's tough. I'm on my getaway all alone. And I do love it. I do. But I feel like I have gotten lost. And I love being lost. Ooh, I love being lost. This is not a negative. That I feel like I'm lost. And it's like, damn, that's a good thing. That means I've put myself out in new situations and patterns and everything. And I think there's a part of me that still is yearning and like it's trying to find external validation from places where it can't be met. And it's hard because there's this dude, Andrew, that I talked to yesterday. I showed him the video for day 5 before it was uploaded. I was editing still. And, you know, something that he was talking about after watching it was to be seen is to be loved. And isn't that why we all get in front of the camera? To be loved, to show love, beyond the authenticity or the performance that is captured. It's another gesture of love.